So you must be Nikita Sharma.
Yeah. So I'm only going to do this for 5 minutes, okay? Since I rehearsed for only 5 minutes. That's me, Major Shira. Does the new media mean my energy drives ideas and actions? Let me tell you what happened 3 years ago. In 2016, I founded an organization called Caring Moms. Caring Moms aims to empower women who have become mothers, because as you know, once you become a mom, you always start thinking about quitting your job, because it's just never ending with the children and the daycare. So we found out that even in Asia, when United Nations was studying the low women participation in the workforce, we found out that it was not because of any gender inequality issues, but we found out that it was because that women voluntarily leave the organization once they become mothers. So what's happening to these women once they leave the organization? That's when we started off Caring Moms, and to date we have 71,000 members just in Malaysia alone.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And we knew we were addressing a pain point, but when we started off, now when I Google the term media, it points you out to computerization or digitization or blogs. Well, what does a 22-year-old, 22 years of serving a major know anything about all this IT, you know? And we had zero funds. I was still working at that time with no funds. And they told me that it's impossible to make a difference if you don't have funds for, you know, getting your digital media strategies and things like that. So we challenged the status quo. And we said, no, that's not the meaning. All this Facebook and all these things are only a tool to get your belief and vision to the end. So that's what we have been using. That's what we feel the new media is, because when we did our first event with a zero marketing budget, we managed to gather 27,000 people to a 2-day event. So it's not a small feat, because what we did was to constantly and every single day, every single minute and every single hour, constantly communicate your belief, your vision, your purpose on why you are doing it, until the person who's listening to you makes it their belief and conveys it to another person. So what you're doing is telling people what you believe in. And your belief is so strong that you do not need, what we feel is, you do not need blogs or things like that at that time. So it created a viral effect in the sense of how we actually came back to the basics of believing or thinking about, let's align everybody and make it theirs. So Caring Moms not only belongs to me, and even when people came to our events, we've had about 500,000 people. I know it's a small number for India. We've had 500,000 people throughout our 10 events with a zero marketing budget. They didn't come for me. They came for themselves. So if you ask me about the new media, everybody here as a business person ought to start thinking about the value creation and not the venture creation. We always go into business thinking about how much more funding can I get, or how much more money can I raise. Let me tell you, if you have that in mind, it's going to be very difficult for you to make people understand or to make your product sell. Caring Moms till today, we do not have a product. But what we have is a strong belief in what we do, and we want to bring this to the entire world. So yes, and then we created, I forgot to tell you that there are actually 3 things. The first one is the belief that we had. The second one is the environment that we have created. Now, you put a good person in a bad environment, it's not going to take very long for the good person to start doing bad things. And if you put a bad person in a good environment, you will see the change over time. So we created an environment which is safe, which which protects, which nurtures, which grows women and mothers, and they were so confident about themselves that they felt that they could drive things. Now let me tell you, when we were at 12,000 members, I decided to stop doing whatever I was doing because I had a full-time job in the army. I aspired to be a general. I was just a major at that time. But this was taking a lot of my time. So when I decided to throw the towel in, one of the moms came up to me and said, Shira, you know what you've been doing, right? Because of you, I'm able to pay the medical bills that I'm owing to the hospitals because my 2 children just passed away. So we had not realized the impact of what we were doing. We had not realized the energy that we were actually propagating to others that actually drove their ideas and actions. Until the time I decided that enough was enough. So that was a turning point for us to feel that, we really got to do whatever we got to do, no matter what it takes, even though you do not have the funds for it, because somebody is watching your energy driving others. Somebody is going to come up to you one day and say, I like what you're doing, I want to be part of this. So that's the environment that we have created as such. Now you can go to Facebook and you can type Caring Moms. Okay, we have 71,000 members. We are a highly engaging group with an 88% engagement rate. Now engagement is what you want. Engagement is the ideas and the action. Okay. But before that, you need to understand what we do. We help women, we help mothers build businesses from homes. And these are not small money these women are making. These mothers make about an average of $3,000 a month to the highest earning income of about $23,000 a month. These are not small, these are really truly empowered women, okay? So then, I thought again to myself, why is Caring Moms much more successful than any other marketplace that exists? There's thousands of marketplaces everywhere. There's Lazada, there's, but why in 3 years we are still growing? In fact, we have 60,000 pending member approval, waiting to join in as members. So we did, and we asked, you see, you do not have this experience because you've never been a soldier, but I do. And in the military, we believe if you love your soldier, they will die for you. This is the truth, okay? In business, you are colleagues. In the military, we are brothers. So this is what we have actually taught the civilians, to inculcate a sense of camaraderie, to empathize with your people. So we go down to the step of even one person who's in hospital today. We make the effort to go and visit them, their family members. That is enough for you. That is the new media. Care, concern, love, and empathy. Something which is very lacking in our world today. And I'm not a feminist today. I'm standing here not a feminist because I was in the army. I worked with men. And I love working with men. Without men, it's very difficult for me to operate in an organization. I believe we should all value our characteristics as individuals and, make this world a better place. So please, I'm from the old school of thought. I may look young today, but I'm not. I'm still stuck in dinosaur age where I don't even know what is blog or what is vlog. Now they're talking about vlog. Somebody asked me to go live today, which I'm really not sure how to even do it successfully. But we come back to the basics of humanity, which is communicate your belief, create the best environment, and empathize with people. And there you go, your energy will drive ideas and actions from everyone. Thank you very much for listening, and I will hand over to the wonderful lady here.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you so much for coming today to attend this talk and hear all of us out. This topic, does new media mean my energy drives ideas and actions, is something that I can relate to really well being a motivational speaker and a body positivity promoter, because I'm extremely active on Instagram, and I'm sure that you all are as well. Instagram has become one of the leading sites where people tend to, post things, post pictures, post images. Now, the only thing is that a lot of it is revolving around what other people think. We as human beings tend to believe that if people accept us, we truly are the best version of ourselves. But do we really understand that is that something that we truly want? Is that the kind of person that we want to be at the end of the day? Do you go home feeling good about yourself because a certain picture has been liked by a certain thousand amount of people? Or do you go home feeling good that I posted something that I liked for myself, and that is way more powerful than what all the other people have liked on social media? Now, being an Instagram influencer, I try my best to go out there to try and promote things like people doing, as in when you're famous on social media, you need to understand that you have a large scale audience following you, which means that there are a lot of impressionable people out there who will try to interpret, who will try to understand and follow exactly the path that you're taking. So you need to be extremely careful with the path that you're treading onto, because you're setting standards for people out there, right? So many of us, like ma'am said, a lot of us are bloggers and vloggers. Like, I'm not a blogger, neither am I a vlogger. I'm an influencer, as I like to call myself. So what most bloggers tend to do is they post unrealistic images of themselves wearing the most tiniest clothes, wearing things that, only high fashion, only high budget, nothing lower than Louis Vuitton. But I feel that that does not drive home a point where you're inspiring people. I mean, are you inspiring people because you're able to buy big budget brands, because you're able to afford the best things and you can wear whatever you want because you have an amazing body? I don't think that's what new media is all about. New media is about understanding what you truly believe in, and that is what I try to tell everybody out there, that if you've got a mass of people who are following you, if you've got a massive amount of people who are, taking a look at what you do every single day, it's not only a privilege and a blessing, it's also an immense amount of responsibility on your shoulders. Like it's always said, with great power comes great responsibility. So if you've got a lot of followers who are watching your account, you need to make sure that you set realistic standards out there. So being a model and being a motivational speaker as well, I mean, my field is involved with only amazing dressing and makeup and all of that. And I'm not denying that I don't like looking good, I do. But I also understand that the audience that follows me is not comprising only solely of models. It comprises of different stratas of society, people coming from different career backgrounds. So I make sure that every single day when I'm posting something, I make sure that it's more realistic, it's more relatable, and I make sure that it makes people want to love themselves. Try to post more pictures of yourself without makeup. Try to post more images where you're wearing relatable clothing. Woke up in pajamas today, woke up without any makeup, without getting my hair done today. So I feel like those are the things which will make people love you, because you truly love yourself, and you have the courage to be able to post something like a no makeup look because you love the best part of yourself, which is you without any addition over you. So if you do that, I'm sure the people that follow you will end up loving you as well. And also that I see every single day is that so I have a lot of friends who are bloggers, right? And what they do is we click pictures for each other, and they'd say that, is this image nice? I say, yeah, it's beautiful. Do you like it? No, do you like it? I said, but how does that matter? If you like it, go ahead and post it. I think it looks great as a second opinion, but yours is the first that matters. So a lot of people I've noticed say that, you know what, I love this image, but I think I should post the other one because that's going to get more reach on my account. So I said, I don't understand that. If you don't like something about yourself, why would you know that other people will like it as well? If you can't portray yourself as a true human being that you are, then you're wearing a mask for the entire society. And you're basically portraying a false image of yourself out there. So really, new media, it should actually mean your drives, ideas and motivations, but I don't think a lot of us are understanding that concept in today's time and age. A lot of us need to understand that when we're saying your ideas, your actions and your motivation, it's solely about what you think. your stand on a certain topic, your stand on what you think of yourself, your stand on certain issues that are happening across the world. The whole reason why the human race is evolving every single day is because each of us have different opinions. We all have different mindsets, and when it comes together, it's immensely powerful. So why would you hold yourself back and try to fit into the mass? Why would you say, you know what, everybody's saying this, so let me go ahead and say this is beautiful. Everybody says that expensive brands are amazing, so let me go ahead and believe in that. Why? Why do you have to say that? Why can't you say that if you're from Delhi, for the outsiders right here, Lajpat Nagar is the place where you can get very reasonable stuff in Delhi. So if you can buy something from there and pull it off and say, you know what, I attended an amazing red carpet event and I wore a gown from Lajpat Nagar which I just got for 2,000 or 3,000. Do you know how many people are going to love and admire that quality about you? Because not only are you sourcing the best part of being Indians, which is what we like to call jugaad, which is like the best thing that all of us do. So I think we should stick to that and try to spread it across the world instead of trying to fitting into different cultures. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think it's absolutely amazing when cultures mix and races, mix, and there's an amazing genetic pool that we have going on in today's time and age. But I also feel that as Indians, we need to make sure that we don't disappear in the times to come. Because I feel that looking at other people, other countries, and other cultures, not only are we embodying it, which is completely alright, but we're sort of letting go of what we are. We're letting go of our culture, our morals, our values. So I think we need to stick to what we are as Indians as well. There's nothing wrong with adding new traits and characters and different parts to your personality. But also, as long as you don't forget who you truly are, you know that you feel amazing when you eat a burger. You know you feel amazing when you see like a 70% off. You know you feel great when you find like a Tommy Hilfiger outfit in Lajpat Nagar. So why would you deny that part of yourself? I am still the same human being. So, and I'm sure all of us has a part of us that's still alive in us. So why do we let media take over that mindset of ours that, everything expensive is amazing, only makeup looks good, and only fit bodies look amazing. Now that again is another concept which is extremely demeaning to women, which is extremely derogatory, that I feel a lot of people say that, if you're skinny, you're beautiful. And I have experienced this personally as well at many points in my life where I was body shamed at different platforms, whether it was modeling, whether it was beauty pageants, whether it was anything at all. So I just want to say that a lot of young girls out there are trying to fit into the standard that society has laid out for them, that if you're skinny, you're tall, and you're thin. And also, you can fit into all kinds of clothing. You're the epitome of grace, beauty, and an extremely good-looking woman. And not only are you that, if you lose a little more weight, you're perfect. Now that is something that has been messing with all our minds from the last, I don't know how long. So this whole concept of trying to be perfect messes with all of us when we try to think that if I lost a little more weight here, a little more weight there, I would be just right, I would be perfect. But I don't understand why we need to believe that concept. You need to, I'm coming from a modeling industry, so I am the one person who faces this most, and I am encouraging you to not believe any of this. I'm encouraging you to embrace the you that you truly are. I can see so many young girls sitting here, and I feel for them, because they're being raised in a society where they're just going to be told that if you're skinny or pretty, shadi kaun karega, stuff like that. So why don't you go ahead and turn around to those relatives and say, I will choose who I want to marry, and it's not about who's going to marry me, because it's your choice at the end of the day. Exactly in the same way, your body is your choice at the end of the day. So I make sure that on social media, the idea that I drive is to be extremely body positive, to embrace all kinds of women, and especially because Indian women are extremely curvy, that is something that no other country in the world has. So I think that's something that we can be extremely proud of. Similarly, Latinas are extremely sexy with their super slender body and extremely tall figure and everything, so they should embrace that. And likewise for all other countries. So if you're an Indian, and if you're born with a curvy body and probably a heavier lower body, be proud of it, because that's how you were born, that's who you were meant to be. If you were meant to be a Latina, you would have been born as her. So that's basically the whole concept of what I've been trying to share out there in social media. And if you guys want to follow more of my work, you can go ahead to Instagram. And basically, at the end of it all, I just want to say that if you love yourself, other people will also love you, because they will see you for who you truly are and not as the person that you're portraying to be. So please try to drop the masks that you're wearing for society. Try to live without inhibitions. It is the most unbeatable feeling in the world. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for being a well-managed crowd. I'm sorry, I can't sit on here and say nothing. Somebody put us on a sort of a platform.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think is there a Q&A?
Why don't we do a Q&A? Like, why don't
I don't
we?
think there's a Q&A, but we can remake the rules.
Exactly.
This is mother
Yes.
body, this is model body.
Yeah, this our floor is open to like a wide variety of questions.
I think it's an amazing concept that you both are championing in different ways, of course. But you know, talking about what you were saying about what we drive, the ideas we put out in social media, and how the impact that it has, it's really very true because you know most of the time we are selling what other people want us to sell. We're afraid to portray our own thoughts and our own ideas because we feel like they won't be accepted by the majority.
Yes.
But ultimately, where it matters or who matters the most is you.
Exactly.
Not just you, it's who you are at the core of your being.
Yes.
At the very
Yes.
core of your being, that's what really matters. And with regards to what you do, I'm intrigued because there's something about having a message and then boldly going out there with your message and that message then becoming a movement. And that's what just kept recurring to me when you were speaking. The fact that you had a, if you like, a seed or a kernel of an idea, a tiny little idea, and you thought, you know, maybe people will buy into it, maybe they won't, who cares? I'm just going to go out there and share it. And you went out there and you shared it with authenticity. And then you saw that there were many, obviously, as you know, you have 60,000, 60,000!
71 actually. So when we did that, right, we had police reports, we had lawsuits, because people couldn't bring that change.
Wow.
So we had to come down to who you are really.
Yeah.
So whatever you see on social media about me is the true me, which actually can invite a lot of controversy. But who cares? Because you know you do the right thing. But you hit a pain point. It was really tough for the past 3 years. I'm telling you, if you really want to be successful, there's a huge obstacle that you need to go through. There is going to be a thunderstorm.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I had to go through, you know, nonsense. I had 800 shares go viral about me. I'm a scam. If you want to be successful, you sell a product that is borderline scam. People actually thought you were a borderline scam
Wow.
because of the things that we really. And you know, there can be thousands of people who hate you on social media, but why do we focus our energy to those who hate you and not just divert everything to those who really care about what you do? So
It's really powerful.
It's
And
everyone
social media
powerful.
gives everyone a platform these days. It doesn't matter what you're spewing forth, it doesn't matter what you're sharing. Everyone has a TV station, everyone has a channel, and it depends whose channel you decide to tune into. So it's really amazing that, you know, because of the work you do, so many mindsets have been changed, but then also so many economies, personal economies have been enhanced and changed. And I think that's really the most powerful gift you can give anyone.
2,000 jobs that we have created for the past 3 years. And we're going to hit 50,000 is only 21. This is the real hard work we're talking about.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, because it's also driving corporates to come to be on board with us, you know. They love our idea.
So you are just expanding in Malaysia or any other areas?
We wish to scale regionally, but we need to be, we just need to get our act right first. Like, you know, we always need to come up with this product. Like, how do I scale to India? How do I scale to Africa?
Yeah.
So then we need to come up with a product, and once we come up with a product, we'll be ready to go worldwide. Because mothers share the same problem everywhere. You don't talk about gender inequality, men and women. Let's talk about motherless kids versus kids, and women without kids and mothers. There's a huge pay gap. Mothers are often looked at as less committed and all these things. You see? So never mind. I'm willing to take a half pay just to let me stay at home. So I think we were so relevant in this time and age. I didn't know it.
I can say something.
Yes.
I'm a mother sitting here.
You feel it, right?
I'm the speaker too. And these two are my children.
Oh.
And I know a lot goes in a good parenting. But at the same time, it's a fine balance. What to hold, what to leave, what to sacrifice. Actually, sacrifice is not the word, because when you leave something for your children, the amount of satisfaction you get out of it, you cannot name it sacrifice. And hats off to your work, and on other level also we can connect, because we are also from Army. My husband served Indian Army for more than 2 decades. So I could relate to those words like we are brothers in Army and we are colleagues in corporate. I love that terminology.
So we need to train all the civilians to think like us.
Yes.
So that the world is a much more better place.
No, but I have to say something on that, what you just shared. Right? It's why only mothers feel that way, that that satisfaction which you actually experience when you sacrifice everything. Like it might be your passion to pursue your career, but you let it go just for your children. So that happens mostly with mothers and not with men. So that's when we started caring moms. So that is one thing, like we named it accordingly because they are caring all through. And then they feel it like, it's my child, it's me. If the child doesn't do well, the mother is never happy. So it's not just about being a woman anymore. She transitioned into something amazing within no time, just with the child.
So now we have this thing happening in Malaysia. The women are actually quitting jobs to join caring moms. Because I have caring moms now, I can quit my job easily. So our workforce is we are slightly disruptive, I would say. We're going to be disruptive. So that's how we, just be firm in what you believe. That's it. Whether they want to take you to court, put you behind bars. That's the end.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your sailing is over.
Sorry?
Your time is over.
Oh, thank you.
Your time is over.
Let's see what else we can catch.